Hi everybody, it's Georgia Rose from Zencuda, and happy St. Patrick's Day. I know most of you are probably getting ready to go to some parades and things like that today, so have a great celebration. I wanted to come in and give some astrology because, hold on one second, things are falling down here. You can tell it's Mercury retrograde, right? So anyway, I wanted to come in and give you some astrology because live video, you can't beat that, right? Because we have a really huge week of energy coming up. And one of the things that's happening not only is the full moon in Libra, but it's at a very strategic location. So I wanted to talk about that. And then there's some other aspects. So it's going to be a whopper of a week. For those of you who have been feeling Mercury retrograde and feeling sluggish and slow, this particular week is going to bring in a lot of energy that'll make you want to take action. And I know that Mercury retrogrades get a bad rep because everyone says don't make decisions, don't sign contracts, etc. But that's not always true. Mercury retrograde just wants you to be more careful if you're going to do those things. So additionally, we have some other aspects happening, and they have a lot to do with Mars and Venus. Hi, Kim. So this week especially activated by Venus. Venus is aspecting quite a few planets, which I'll get to in a minute. But the first thing is Mars and Pluto are making an aspect, a trine to each other in Capricorn. And when Mars and Pluto make that trine, it's actually pretty rare. But what that happens is it makes us want to take action. And it also makes us really think and become introspective a little bit about how we are powerful and what really is power to us and what do we really want to accomplish in our life. What do we need to do and where do we need to put our resources in order to leave that legacy that we dream about. And we've had a lot of fantasy kind of energy with the Neptune energy and the Mercury retrogrades. But this week, that's going to kind of clear out that fogginess. A lot of the aspects that we have will make us want to take action and renew opportunities for us that we didn't take advantage of the last time around. So don't be surprised if that Mercury retrograde brings in an opportunity that has something to do with your self-possession of personal power, and has something to do with you really investing your resources into the things that are really what you want to do for your own personal goals and achievements. This can also have a lot to do with romance, because when Venus comes in later in the week, it aspects some planets that are really make things very passionate. And that could be passionate about your goals and ambition, or it could be passion with a relationship, because we have Libra coming in on the full moon, and we have Capricorn energy for our Pluto and a lot of Capricorn planets. Saturn right now is in Capricorn, etc. And Venus and Mars will be aspecting them later in the week. So it could go either way, either passionate energy as far as a romance or a relationship, or it could be passionate energy as to your ambitions and your life goals. Now, the other layer of this is divine energy. And it's not just cosmic divine energy in a small way. This is cosmic divine energy in a tremendous, huge, powerful way. We started out the month with a lot of Pisces and Neptune energy, and that is energy of divinity. Pisces is very symbolic of divinity. It's very symbolic of connection. Usually where Neptune is in your chart is where you would actually demonstrate and act out your spirituality in your life. And Pisces is the same way. Whatever house Pisces falls out in usually has an indication of how you will demonstrate spirituality in the material world, because it's connecting the spiritual and material. So that's been the energy of the beginning of the month, and that energy will remain in place. But now we have another level of energy, and it's a whopper. The full moon that's occurring on Thursday not only happens with the spring equinox, which is very beautiful and amazing energy for newness. It's fresh starts. It's spring, the beginning. But this year we have the full moon at 0 degrees of Libra. And 0 degree of any sign in astrology means a completely fresh energy, completely new beginning. We just recently had some planets egress into another sign, mainly Chiron going into Aries from Pisces, and Uranus going into Taurus from Aries. So we have major planets at 0 degrees, which is symbolic of fresh new energy and new beginnings. And now we have the spring equinox, where the sun comes into the 0 degrees of Aries every year. And that is actually the start of the galaxy, the start of astrology. That is the first moment, 0 energy of the astrological calendar. the solstices are zero energy, but the 0 point of Aries in any chart, in any birth chart, in any zodiac chart, is the actual beginning of time. It is creation at its 0 point. When you think about Stonehenge, the temples at Machu Picchu, and the pyramids, many of those structures were built on this galactic center, on this galactic point of 0 degree energy, and to celebrate the solstices. So it's very symbolic of us beginning new, fresh starts. But now we have Libran energy, the full moon, and it's a super moon, coming in at 0 point Libra. So now we have fresh start in relationship. Libra is harmonious, equalizing energy, it's balance, it's relationship. But what very few people know is that we also have things called the galactic center. And the galactic center is a black hole in space. It's thought of as the point of creation. It's thought of as God energy. It's a big vacuum of energy where it has such a huge gravitational pull. It's over 4 billion times larger than the sun. And any object that comes near or anywhere near the energy of the galactic center gets sucked into this vacuum. Well, many people would think of that as death. They would think of it as a black hole. But it's not. It's the beginning. When you go through that black hole, it's creation, it's God energy. It's the other side of our universe. So this Libran full moon is on the super galactic center of the universe, which is known as 0 degree or 1 degree of Libra. And so when you have a full moon on that energy, super galactic center, look it up. And then you've got the spring equinox of 0 degrees of Aries coming in to give us all a beautiful fresh start here in our universe. We've got the start of the multi-universe. And then we've got planets that have just changed signs. This is a magnificent time in our lifetime. It's a rare occasion. It's energy that should be used for us to bring our spirituality and the things that mean the most to us as far as our personal legacy and our personal self-possession into fruition. We have a lot of other aspects right now which are key for manifesting. So this is the time, folks. This is the time to step into your power, step into the love of the universe, unify yourself with who you really are in your soul space and who you are really meant to be. This is putting your resources to what power really means to you. And that's going to be different for every one of us. Some of us, it will be power in relationships. Some of us, it will be power in our spiritual work. Some of us, it will be power in our career. But whatever it is for you, this is the time. This is like the universe is giving us a giant slingshot to manifest everything that we want to manifest. So I urge you very strongly to meditate, do rituals during this spring equinox and full moon. It will be a very, very powerful time. This is a powerful time where the worlds will collide. Things from other realms will come through. Galactic energy, alien energy, if you believe in that. Angelic energy, which is very prominent right now in the universe. I'm preparing to do a meditation that I'm going to put out this week for angelic energy. Anything that is otherworldly that identifies with you. Sound healing. In the next year and 2 years, next decade, you're going to see improvements and things come through with sound healing and using sound as medicinal things like you've never seen it before. We are actually at a 0 point in the universe where things are going to change. The collective is going to change. This is prosperity in its highest form if you align with the universe. Now, being that beautiful super galactic center, the galactic center is at 27 degrees Sagittarius. The super galactic center is at 1 degree of Libra. If you have any planets or any aspects, angles of that in your charts, that's very significant. My sun is in Libra, and my midheaven is exactly at the super galactic center. Our midheaven is usually what we bring out to the world as far as our vocation. And isn't it ironic that my vocation is to speak to all of you and create a soul community called Zenkuda, where we can actually learn how to better search for our souls, get in touch with our soul, and bring the energy of healing and love out to everyone in the universe, and tell our stories about the triumph that we've had over our adversities in order to make us all more powerful. So this is an energy that affects all of us in one way or another. And that's why I believe in astrology as just one component of what I do in my work. Because astrology for me, which has been around for over 6,000 years, is healing. Astrology is the place in your chart where you can be led to your beautiful and most divine assets. And also, astrology will show you your shortcomings. And what better way to achieve, overcome those and achieve triumph over shortcomings than to actually have them pointed out to you by a gift from the divine. And that's your chart. So if any of you want a personal chart reading, please do reach out to me. And that's only part of the work I do, of course. I do these videos, I do healing work, I do mediumship, I'm a psychic. But this particular energy is going to enhance all of those gifts for all of us. This particular 0 point energy, if we can harness it, meditate on that black hole in space. Meditate on that God energy. For me, some scientists think that's just a vacuum when things get sucked in and die there because there are more dead stars there than anywhere. But for me, that's transformation. For me, that just goes to show that even the brightest stars have to walk through a tunnel or go through some kind of transformation. And the beautiful duality of good and bad, right and wrong, when used for transformation, is the right way to use that energy, not getting us into the negative versus the positive. Accept all of it. And that's what this spring solstice is about. That's what this full moon is about. In the 3D world, this is going to affect relationships. You're going to see a tremendous amount of beginnings and endings in your life. You're also going to see a lot of replay. You're going to see a lot of things come back a second time because this is the energy where the opportunity will ask you to take action. So maybe something happened during a Mercury retrograde or during a time where the energy wasn't really conducive to action and you were tired or you were drained or you really missed out on something. It's going to come back around because in this Mars trine Pluto and this Venus and Mars energy, it will give us the action we need to finally take the power of that opportunity and bring it forward into our legacy. So that's all I wanted to say for today. I just got to look at my chart, which fell down, so excuse me. Okay, the one thing I wanted to just say about this energy is the best way to use it is stay true to yourself. Because of social media and YouTube and all the media out there, and I love those mediums because it's helped me bring together a community. So please subscribe to me on YouTube and like us on Facebook at Zenkuda, Instagram Zenkuda Official. But you have to stay true to yourself. And what happens, because we have all this media and all this information, and what do we do with it all, you know? What happens is we see someone else doing something, and we're like, oh, wow, that's really cool, I could do that. Or, wow, that's really cool, I'd like to do that. And what happens is we get sucked into trying to be that. And it's very, very important in this energy and always to stay true to yourself. We all have beautiful assets, and we all have things that maybe we're not so good at. That's what makes us human. But if we try to be something we're not, it will completely not align us with our authenticity. And the authenticity is really where we need to be in this energy. That's the next decade. That's the next healing for all of us, is to truly stay in our power and be self-possessed in that. And know who you are and the beautiful being that you are, and know that you are enough. And that is truly the authenticity that is aligning you with the universe to give you more. So every time something feels good, just say, wow, that really feels good. More, please. And stay away from the things that don't make you feel good. And beginning with this beautiful energy of the spring equinox and the full moon in Libra at 0 degrees, it'll bring you into a space of new beginnings and more of the good things. So have a beautiful day. Get out there and enjoy some St. Patty's Day parades if that's your thing. The full moon is Thursday the 20th. I believe, right? Tomorrow's the 18th. I'm sorry, Wednesday is the 20th. And I would say definitely do some soul searching and try and get into a space where you're really connected, because this is energy that we've never felt before. Things are going to happen. Things are going to change in your life. And also you will find that it's so much easier to connect to the other side. So if you read, whether you read tarot or do mediumship or meditations or sound healing, do a lot of that this week, because you are going to have connection in a huge way. Thanks so much. You can find me on Zenkuda by Georgia Rose on Facebook, Zenkuda Official on Instagram, and of course our YouTube channel, Zenkuda. Please do subscribe there. And before I sign off, I just want to show you this beautiful basket. This basket has been infused with the energy of transformation and tremendous amount of angelic energy, especially Archangel Metatron. And we're going to be raffling this off on Tuesday Night Live on our Zenkuda live stream here on Facebook. And if you like, tag, or share that video after it's out, you will be entered to win this beautiful basket that I personally have given Reiki and angelic energy in for the healing of the world. And Metatron is coming through really big time right now, so do a Archangel Metatron meditation. Thanks so much, everybody. Have an absolutely fabulous Sunday. These videos are always banked on our YouTube and Facebook sites, so you can watch them anytime at your leisure. Maggie Carroll says, our true nature is divine energy. When we stay connected to divine energy, we regain the ability to live directly from spirit. Absolutely. And Maggie, never is that going to be more powerful than this week when the beautiful luminary of the full moon comes in on that 0 degree of the Super Galactic Center, which is our God energy, divinity. It's the largest black hole of energy in the universe, 4 billion times bigger than the sun, with a gravitational pull 4 billion times more than the sun, pulling us into the God energy. So, and then we have the spring equinox at the same time at 0 degree Aries, which is 0 point energy. We couldn't ask for more divinity than we have this week. So please take advantage of it. If you have any questions or comments, I always try to answer below, or you can always PM me on our site. Thanks so much and have a terrific few days. I'll see you at Tuesday Night Live, and we'll see who's going to win this gorgeous basket. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.